Faith Hill. Audrey Faith Hill is an American singer, actress and record producer. She is one of the most successful country artists of all time, having sold more than 40 million albums worldwide. Hill is married to American singer Tim McGraw, with whom she has recorded several duets. Hill's first two albums, Take Me As I Am and It Matters to Me, were major successes, and placed a combined 3 number ones on Billboard's country charts. She then achieved mainstream and crossover success with her next two albums, Faith and Breathe. Faith spawned her first international hit, This Kiss, while Breathe became one of the best-selling country albums of all time, led by the huge crossover success of the songs, Breathe and The Way You Love Me. It had massive sales worldwide and earned Hill 3 Grammy Awards. In 2001, she recorded There You'll Be for the Pearl Harbor soundtrack, and it became an international hit and her best-selling single in Europe. Hill's next two albums, Cry and Fireflies, were both commercial successes. The former spawned another crossover single, Cry, which won Hill a Grammy Award, and the latter produced the hit singles, Mississippi Girl and Like We Never Loved at All, which earned her another Grammy Award. Hill has won 5 Grammy Awards, 15 Academy of Country Music Awards, 6 American Music Awards, and several other awards. Her Soul 2 tour 2006 with McGraw became the highest-grossing country tour of all time. In 2001, she was named one of the 30 most powerful women in America by Ladies' Home Journal. In 2009, Billboard named her as the #1 adult contemporary artist of the 2000 decade, and also as the 39th best artist. From 2007 to 2012, Hill was the voice of NBC Sunday Night Football's intro song. Early life and career beginnings. Hill was born in Ridgeland, Mississippi, north of Jackson, Mississippi. She was adopted as an infant, and named Audrey Faith Perry. She was raised in the nearby town of Star, 20 miles outside of Jackson. Her adopted parents, Edna and Ted Perry, raised her with their 2 biological sons in a devout Christian environment. Hill's vocal talent was apparent early, and she had her first public performance at a 4-H luncheon when she was 7. In 1976, a few days before her 9th birthday, she attended a concert by Elvis Presley at the State Fair Coliseum in Jackson, which impressed her deeply. By the time she was a teenager, Hill was a regular performer at area churches, even those not in her own Baptist denomination. At 17, Hill formed a band that played in local rodeos. She graduated from Milloran Attendance Center in 1986, and briefly attended college at Hines Junior College in Raymond, Mississippi. At times, she sang for prisoners at the Hines County Jail, her song of choice being Amazing Grace. At age 19, she quit school to move to Nashville and pursue her dream of being a country singer. In her early days in Nashville, Hill auditioned to be a backup singer for Reba McEntire, but failed to secure the job. After a stint selling t-shirts, Hill became a secretary at a music publishing firm. Additionally, Hill also landed a job at a local McDonald's restaurant franchise, which she disliked intensely. Fries, burgers, cash register. I did it all. I hated it, she has said. In 1988, she married music publishing executive Daniel Hill. A co-worker heard Hill singing to herself one day, and soon the head of her music publishing company was encouraging her to become a demo singer for the firm. She supplemented this work by singing backup vocals for songwriter Gary Burr, who often performed his new songs at Nashville's Bluebird Cafe. During one of those performances, Bob Saporiti, an executive from Warner Brothers Records, was in the audience, and, impressed with Hill's voice, began the process of signing her to a recording contract. Shortly after the release of her album, Hill's marriage fell apart. She and Daniel Hill divorced in 1994. 1993 to 1997, country success. Hill's debut album was Take Me As I Am. Sales were strong, buoyed by the chart success of Wild One. Hill became the first female country singer in 30 years to hold Billboard #1 position for 4 consecutive weeks when Wild One managed the feat in 1994. Her version of Piece of My Heart also went to the top of the country charts in 1994. The album sold a total of 3 million copies. Other singles from the album include Take Me As I Am. The recording of Faith's second album was delayed by surgery to repair a ruptured blood vessel on her vocal cords. It Matters to Me finally appeared in 1995 and was another success, with the title track becoming her third #1 country single. Several other top 10 singles followed, and more than 3 million copies of the album were sold. The fifth single from the album, I Can't Do That Anymore, was written by country music artist Alan Jackson. Other singles from the album include You Can't Lose Me, Someone Else's Dream, and Let's Go to Vegas. In spring 1996, Hill began the Spontaneous Combustion tour with country singer Tim McGraw. At the time, Hill had recently become engaged to her former producer, Scott Hendricks, and McGraw had recently broken an engagement. McGraw and Hill were quickly attracted to each other and began an affair. After discovering that Hill was pregnant with their first child, the couple married on October 6, 1996. The couple have 3 daughters together, Gracie Catherine, Maggie Elizabeth, and Audrey Caroline. Since their marriage, Hill and McGraw have endeavored never to be apart for more than 3 consecutive days. After the release of It Matters to Me, Hill took a 3-year break from recording to give herself a rest from 4 years of touring, and to begin a family with McGraw. During her break, she joined forces with her husband for their first duet, It's Your Love. The song stayed at #1 for 6 weeks, and won awards from both the Academy of Country Music and the Country Music Association. Hill has remarked that sometimes when they perform the song together, it doesn't feel like anybody else was really watching. 1998 to 2003, pop crossover breakthrough. She re-entered the music business in 1998 with Faith. The album showcased her progression toward a more mainstream, pop-oriented sound, although it retained some country sound. This case became a #1 country hit, and was the first of her singles to place on the pop charts, peaking at #7. More than 6 million copies of the album were sold. The album also delivered several other hits, including another duet with McGraw, Just to Hear You Say That You Love Me, Let Me Let Go, and The Secret of Life. To follow up this newfound success, Hill released Breathe in November 1999, which debuted at the top of the Billboard country and all-genre charts, ahead of albums by Mariah Carey and Savage Garden. Although the album had few overt country sounds, it complemented her vocal strengths. For the first time, the album consisted solely of songs about love, and did not venture into the more somber territory that her previous albums had touched. The title track, Breathe, reached #2 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart. The Way You Love Me hit the top 10 as well, topping out at #6 on the charts. The album won Hill 3 Grammy Awards, including Best Country Album, Best Country Collaboration with Vocals for Let's Make Love featuring Tim McGraw, and Best Country Female Vocal Performance for Breathe. It also marked a step away from her Girl Next Door image, as the videos and promotional pictures all portrayed a much sexier image. Breathe has sold almost 10 million copies worldwide. 2000 was an especially busy year for Hill. Besides a successful tour with her husband, Hill was featured in CBS television special VH1's Behind the Music, VH1 Divas 2000, and the Lifetime cable channel's Intimate Portraits series. She signed an endorsement deal with CoverGirl Makeup, performed at the Academy Awards and the Grammy Awards, appeared on the cover of numerous magazines, and performed the national anthem at the Super Bowl. Hill was also named to Mr. Blackwell's 10 Best Dressed Women of 2000, the only singer listed among actresses and other celebrities. Hill and McGraw also embarked on their first Soul to Soul tour, the Soul to Soul Tour 2000. Musically, in 2000, Hill recorded a song for the movie Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas, entitled Where Are You Christmas? The song also appeared on the pop and country charts. Hill's success on the pop charts disturbed some country music insiders, who questioned whether she was trying to dismiss her country roots and move into the pop genre. Despite the grumbling, Hill won the CMA Female Vocalist of the Year award, and in her acceptance speech announced, "I love this business, and I love this industry, and my heart is here." In 2001, Hill recorded a song for the Pearl Harbor soundtrack which was originally offered to Celine Dion. It is one of her most critically acclaimed songs. Besides, as how she said it in her own words, "One of the biggest honor of my career is being asked to sing a theme from Pearl Harbor. There You'll Be" also appeared on the album There You'll Be, the Best of Faith Hill, an international greatest hits album. The album featured dance mixes of Breathe and The Way You Love Me, along with alternate versions of Piece of My Heart and Let Me Let Go. There You'll Be is considered to be Hill's biggest hit single in the UK up to date. The song was nominated for a 2002 Grammy Awards for Best Female Pop Vocal Performance and for an Academy Award for Best Original Song. In 2002, Hill released her new album, with a more pop-oriented sound, Cry. The album spotlighted her impressive set of pipes, but also marked the completion of her transformation into a pop diva, containing few nods to her country roots. Though the album debuted at #1 on Billboard magazine's pop and country album charts, and Hill made her debut as musical guest on Cry, written and originally performed by Angie Aparo, received much less radio airplay than her previous smashes. The album, however, did win a Grammy Award and 3.7 million copies have been sold worldwide. Hill's 2002 song, Baby You Belong, from her Cry album was used as the theme song for the movie Lilo and Stitch. The music video featured clips from the movie as well as performance clips. 2005-2006, Return to Country. July 29, 2006. In 2005, Hill returned with her new country album, Fireflies. The CD debuted on top of the Billboard country and all-genre album charts, placing her among only a handful of artists to have 3 consecutive albums debut at #1 on both charts. The debut single, Mississippi Girl, became Hill's highest debuting single. The song was written specifically for her by John Rich and Adam Schoenfield of Music Mafia, and tells the abbreviated story of her life. Hill recorded 2 other songs by Rich, Sunshine and Summertime and Like We Never Loved at All, both of which became successful singles. The title track, Fireflies, Stealing Kisses, and If You Ask, were written by artist Lori McKenna and also appear on McKenna's albums. They appeared and performed the songs together on The Oprah Winfrey Show and an awards show. The album marked a return to Hill's country roots, and succeeded in re-establishing her place on country radio. In 2006, after a 6-year break from touring following the birth of her youngest daughter, Hill and husband Tim McGraw embarked on their Soul to Soul 2 Tour 2006. The tour became the highest-grossing country music tour ever with a gross of $90 million. It was named Major Tour of the Year by the prestigious Pollstar, beating out such heavyweights as Madonna and the Rolling Stones. 2007 to 2010, the hits, Joy to the World and Sunday Night Football. In 2007, Hill started work on her first domestic greatest hits package, titled The Hits, which was released on October 2. It contains 2 new tracks, Lost and Red Umbrella, as well as 13 additional tracks. The album also features hits covering her entire career from 1993 to 2005. Included with the 2-disc special edition of The Hits is a DVD of 11 of Hill's music videos. The DVD substitutes the Tim McGraw duet, Just to Hear You Say That You Love Me, for the I Need You duet on the CD. SHE's also featured on husband Tim McGraw's 2007 album Let It Go. She sings 2 duets with him, I Need You and Shotgun Rider. Both songs were sung at the couple's critically acclaimed Soul 2 Tour 2006. She and Tim also did an encore of their Soul 2 tour. Soul 2 Soul 2007 began in June and ran through August. The song I Need You has been nominated twice at the 2008 Grammy Awards for Best Country Collaboration with Vocals and Best Country Song. The show took place at the Staples Center in Los Angeles, California, on February 10, 2008, but the song didn't win. In 2007, Hill took over as the signature voice of NFL on NBC's Sunday Night Football, singing the theme song, about which the show's producer said, Hill performed the opening theme until April 15, 2013, when she announced that she will no longer sing the intro for Sunday Night Football. In September 2008, Hill issued her first Christmas album, titled Joy to the World. The compilation was given positive reviews, including About.com, which gave the album 4.5 out of 5 stars, calling the album a great collection of classic Christmas songs. Hill continually worked on the album 2 years prior to its official release. The album included 1 new track, A Baby Changes Everything, which was released as the album's only single in late 2008. The song debuted at number 24 on Billboard's AC chart, and quickly rose to number 1, becoming Hill's 4th number 1 on that chart. On February 1, 2009, Hill performed America the Beautiful at the Super Bowl 43 pregame show. The other performers at the pregame show were Jennifer Hudson and Journey, and Bruce Springsteen performed at the halftime show. On March 13, 2010, Hill performed The Winner Takes It All together with keyboardist Benny Anderson at the induction of ABBA into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in New York City. In October 2010, Hill contributed to the Country Strong soundtrack. On it, she recorded a song titled Give In To Me. Hill also appears on Coal Miner's Daughter, a tribute to Loretta Lynn, on which she performed Love Is the Foundation. Hill also contributed her vocals on the Ryan Tedder penned song, All I Ever Wanted, for the 2010 feature film Life as We Know It. The song was used in trailers to promote the film, and also appeared during the end credits of the film. 2011 present, unreleased studio album and deep tracks. Brendan O'Brien, known for producing projects for Bruce Springsteen, Pearl Jam, and Rage Against the Machine, is working with Hill and producing her next album, originally set for release in 2011. Hill entered the studio with pop producer Brian Kennedy in January 2011 to complete the album. In March 2011, Hill returned to the studio for another round of recording. I would like to have a record out, Hill told Billboard.com. But it hasn't been the right thing yet. I don't want it to be just another record. It's a lot of work to support a record, so I just want it to be really great. I want it to represent where I am as a woman. I don't want it to be fake. I want it to be authentic and real." In mid-2011, Hill recorded a duet with George Strait on the song "A Showman's Life," which can be heard on Strait's album Here for a Good Time. Hill performed the album's first single, "Come Home," on the CMA Awards on November 9, 2011. On September 17, 2012, Hill debuted the song, "Illusion," during a performance filmed in June 2012 on ABC's coverage of the CMA Music Festival. Hill confirmed the album was done, but made no comment about when it would be released, or whether the rumored title of "Illusion" was official. A new single, titled "American Heart," along with an accompanying music video, was released on October 1, 2012. As of 2016, no further singles have been released, while an album also remains unreleased, with no announcement of any future release date. Following a successful tour of Australia with their Soul to Soul tour throughout March and April 2012, Hill and McGraw began an exclusive 20-show run of the Soul to Soul show at the Venetian in Las Vegas in December 2012. A second leg of the show ran from October 2013 through to April 2014. During the Billboard Music Awards filmed on May 17, 2015, Hill joined Little Big Town on a performance of their single, "Girl Crush." In 2016, Faith was selected as one of 30 artists to perform on "Forever Country," a mashup track of the songs "Take Me Home," "Country Roads," "On the Road Again," and "I Will Always Love You." The single was released to celebrate 50 years of the CMA Awards. On October 4, 2016, during a surprise show at Nashville's famous Ryman Auditorium, both Faith Hill and Tim McGraw announced that they would once again be going back on the road together with the Soul to Soul The World Tour 2017. The tour will begin April 7, 2017, in New Orleans. Following the new tour announcement, Faith sent out a tweet via her official Twitter account announcing the release of a new compilation album. The album, titled Deep Tracks, is a montage of songs previously included on Hill's various albums that were not released as singles. Also included on the album are 3 unreleased songs entitled "Boy, Why" and "Come to Jesus." The album, which is Hill's last record to be released via Warner Bros. Records, was released November 18, 2016. On February 13, 2017, it was reported that Hill had signed a new deal with Sony Music Nashville. On March 20, 2017, Hill and her husband Tim McGraw revealed that they'd released the song "Speak to a Girl," the lead single from their upcoming joint album set for release later in 2017. Film and television career. In 1995, Hill guest-starred in a 3-episode arc of popular television series Touched by an Angel, marking her acting debut. In 2002 it was rumored that Faith had won the role of Julia Compton Moore, the wife of LTC Hal Moore, played by Mel Gibson, in the 2002 movie We Were Soldiers. The role was ultimately played by Madeline Stowe. Hill's film debut was in the summer of 2004, when she co-starred with Nicole Kidman, Matthew Broderick, and Glenn Close in director Frank Ozar's remake of the 1975 thriller The Stepford Wives. Although the film received mixed reviews, it went on to earn over $100 million. In 2015, Hill appeared in the more critically acclaimed independent crime drama film Dixieland. The film was written and directed by Hank Bedford and also stars Chris Zielke, Riley Keough, Spencer Lofranco, and Steve Earle. Dixieland had its world premiere at the Tribeca Film Festival on April 19, 2015. The film was released in a limited release and through video on demand on December 11, 2015, by IFC Films. On October 14, 2015, it was announced that Hill would be executive producer of a new daytime talk show with former Oprah co-executive producer Lisa Erspamer. The show is to be filmed in Nashville, with Kelly Pickler listed as the first co-host. Fragrance. In October 2009, Hill released her first fragrance titled Faith Hill Parfums. The fragrance is a blend of southern magnolia, jasmine and peach pears. In 2010, Hill released her second fragrance, titled True. Philanthropy. Hill used her 1999 tour to support a national children's book drive, the Faith Hill Family Literacy Project. The charity was inspired by Faith's father, who faced challenges with literacy. Fans who donated books at one of her concerts were entered into a drawing to meet her personally after the show. The effort resulted in the donation of 35,000 children's books, which were distributed to hospitals, schools, libraries, and daycare centers in 40 cities across the United States. In the days immediately following Hurricane Katrina, Hill and her husband, Tim McGraw, who was raised in Louisiana, joined groups taking supplies to Gulfport, Mississippi. The two also hosted several charity concerts to benefit those who were displaced by the storm. Later in the year, the couple established the Neighbors Keeper Foundation, which provides funding for community charities to assist with basic humanitarian services in the event of a natural disaster or for desperate personal circumstances. In a special gesture, the couple also donated profits from their performance in New Orleans to Hurricane Katrina relief. In June 2010, Hill, along with her husband Tim McGraw, organized Nashville Rising, a benefit concert aimed to raise $2 million for the Community Foundation of Middle Tennessee in response to the flood in early May that killed 22 people and caused $2 billion in damage. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe below. Please like and subscribe below.